Hey guys, Rob here, and today's video I'm just going to do a comparison between the Lamborghini Centenario made by MR Collection, which is the coupe that you see here, and the brand new AUTOart Centenario Roadster. Now the Roadster is actually a composite model. It is fully opening, but for the sake of this comparison video, we're just going to look at the details of both models and the quality of both models. Yes, the MR Collection Coupe is a sealed resin model, nothing opens, and the AUTOart is fully opening, but yeah, we're just going to look at the details today. Now, first thing you'll notice is the AUTOart Roadster version. The carbon fiber pattern is very large compared to the MR Collection version, and in my opinion is completely out of scale. The MR Collection version is much better. Now let's take a look at the front of the models. The headlight detail is very similar between the two, same as all the little fins in the front mouth and the yellow highlighted parts also. This shot also shows the difference in the size of the carbon fiber, and the MR Coupe version actually has a lot more carbon fiber in the mouth panels. Now if we have a look at the sides of the front of the model, the wheels are very similar apart from the carbon fiber size. The brake calipers and the brake rotors are very similar between the two, but just overall the MR resin version has a higher gloss level than the AUTOart version, and as I say, you can see here there's actually more carbon fiber on all the fins. So again, we're going to touch on the carbon fiber. This is the AUTOart version. It is decal, it is glossy, but the MR version you see here, much more realistic size of carbon fiber pattern, and then it's completely clear coated over. So taking a look at the rear sides of the model, again very similar in stance and shape and scale. Again, the wheels are very similar, as are the tyres and the tyre markings. The AUTOart does use clear plastic for the tail light, whereas MR uses red for the tail lights. And if we have a look at the rear of the models, again very similar, but the opening height on the AUTOart model on the left is much higher than the opening of the MR version on the right. The exhaust outlet details are similar, slightly better on the MR, and you'll also notice the AUTOart on the left, the big radiators in behind are silver, whereas they're black on the MR version on the right. But very similar, just a better carbon fiber finish on the MR version. Now if we have a look at the rear lights and the rear wing, again you can see the difference in the carbon fiber. The shape of the tail lights are very similar, just a slightly better look. Even though they are red, they are a better looking, higher quality, same as the Lamborghini emblems and the number plates on the MR version compared to the AUTOart. Extensive use of plastic on the AUTOart. Now the AUTOart engine, let's have a look at this. This is a real disappointment for the model. You can see the textured plastic carbon fiber strut brace, and really plasticky and lacking details. This is the MR version of their engine. It's done in a lot more layers, a lot more colors, and actual little springs on the shock absorbers too. Now the interior, this is really quite average in the AUTOart. The printing of the lines on the seats is very poor, and again lots of textured carbon fiber plastic. Center console is okay, but the interior is a real letdown. Now this is a little bit unfair because the MR version is a coupe, so I couldn't give you as clear a shot, but the seats are much better. The yellow printing on the seats is much better. It has some textured textured finish to the dashboard. Probably the center console is better in the AUTOart version than the MR, but overall the quality is much better. So my conclusion is that even though the MR sealed resin version is around €100 more than the AUTOart version. It is a much better quality model. It's much more realistic, purely on the fact that the carbon fibre finish on the body and the full gloss finish on the body is just far superior than the AUTOart. The interior, although it does have some weak points on the MR Collection, overall is better than the AUTOart version, and the engine detail in the MR version is far superior compared to the AUTOart version. So as I say, we're not taking into comparison in this video that the AUTOart opens, purely on the accuracy and the details of the two models. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed this short comparison video. This is not a paid promotion for either brand, but it's just I had these two in the collection, so I thought I would do a review comparison for you guys to see the difference. But anyway, hope you subscribe to the channel, click that like button if you like it as well, and don't forget to check out my new range of merch as well. So stay tuned, plenty more model reviews coming, a few more custom models to debut before the end of the year. But until next time, thanks for watching Rob's Model Cars.